Okay, boys and girls, gather round. It's story time with the Reverend.
Well, you know, every week we're telling different stories, and tonight, since we are doing New York City themed show, I thought I'd talk about a couple of experiences in New York City I had. Now, I've been there a lot of times, but I'm telling you, some were better than others. And one time my band played in New York City, I believe it was 1994. And we played at a club called the Scrap Bar, which is very famous. You can, Google these places. Very famous. A lot of bands hang out there, like Lemmy from Motorhead and Slash from Guns N' Roses would hang out at the Scrap Bar when he was in town. Every single thing in this bar, everything, was made of scrap iron. I mean, every single thing. It was a really trippy bar. The bar, the doors, the chairs, everything in it's scrap metal. It's really trippy, and so they call it the Scrap Bar. My band played there one night, and it was one of the worst gigs I ever did. I mean, we did 2 shows in one night, okay? We did the Continental Divide, which was an opposite experience of packed house. But earlier that night, we played the Scrap Bar, which we had exactly one person showed up.
Sounds like the acoustics would be atrocious, too.
Well, there is a video up on the YouTube channel, by the way, The Church of Rock. If you type in The Church of Rock with no spaces, you can watch the videos of us at the Scrap Bar. But check it out. We got paid $2 that night.
Jeez, rock and roll.
That was my story for the Scrap Bar. And then the same night we played the Continental Divide, which was right down the road from Joey Ramone's apartment, and he was still alive. And they were having Joey's birthday party there every year, and they still have the memorial tribute show to him at the Continental there every year in New York City. Well, when we were there playing that night, it was a packed house, so I'm grateful. That video is also on the YouTube channel. And just like a week before that, Iggy Pop had a party there at the Continental, or there was something where he was there, something like that.
What a trip. How you can have 2 gigs completely so different,
right,
within a block or so.
And New York City is a trip.
That's what I was going to say.
Well, it's so expensive there, right? And to get an apartment or a room is real high. And me and my band, we were so broke because we were spending every cent on drugs that we decided to find the cheapest room we could. And we found a room in St. Mark's Place for $25.
Oh, I bet that place was less than...
Let me tell you something.
less than, even...
you walk in the room, and you walk in the door, and they're like, yeah, we've had 3 murders here in the last
chalk
week.
outlines on the floors?
There was 3 murders that last week there, and we walked in one of the rooms because there was 2 rooms adjoining, and as soon as we walked in, we saw a 2-foot rat crawl under one of the beds.
Oh, God.
Punk rock.
Oh, man. Blood on the walls.
No, there was way more, but I won't go into it.
Please don't.
But I will say that the whole band did a bunch of acid, and we walked around Times Square, and we ended up at the Chelsea Hotel, and none of my band, of course, even knew what it was, but I did. I knew the entire history of it. So we walk into the very first door when you walk in the Chelsea Hotel, and it was just a trip, man. The vibes in that place were wild, and we were just tripping so hard we couldn't quit laughing, so we had to leave. It was just too much.
Yeah, and to be laughing because most of the stuff that has went down at the Chelsea has been rather morbid.
Yeah.
Of course, the infamous killing of Nancy Spungen.
Well,
just for
Janis
starters,
Joplin lived there, all kinds of stuff.
But most of the things that went on at the Chelsea were less than fabulous.
Anyway, that does wrap up my New York City tales. Just wanted to tell a few stories there, and they're all real. I swear upon a stack of Chuck Berry records.
That's a tale for sure.
When I was a kid, eating any kind of soap was a punishment.
That's not how decent people behave.
But then again, so was getting spanked. The Church of Rock.